Hi again, this is Kara from Wowzers, and we are on to the next clip here. We are going to highlight the Standards tab. Once again, I am in a sample class that belongs to, or at one point belonged to, a user named Jody Cozy. And again, the reason why we're using Jody Cozy is she does have sample classes in here where students have performed, and then also data are populated all throughout her dashboard. Now, what I like to point out to you is you not only see the grades and the performance of students here within the dashboard, but you can also look at the achievement in terms of standards for a student and for a class. So what I'm going to do in this clip is click on this Standards tab. That is the last one that's listed off to the right-hand side. So it takes a moment here to load. Again, getting those standards to come alive. Important to note, we do default to the Common Core standards as they are written in general, but really what you can do is click and bring up any one of your state standards listed here. For our particular case, what I'm going to do is just bring up the California Common Core Content Standards. And again, it just takes a moment here for the California standards to load. They do appear in a different format, sometimes with numbers, sometimes with the wording, but basically you can tie any one of the state standards into your class and see exactly how your students have been mapped out and how they've achieved. So we're looking here, again, this is a third grade classroom, and you can see a couple of things that I'd like to highlight for you. So in looking at this, I'm just using my slider here. Looking at all the standards going down, there's a couple of things that you'll notice. One is this filled in blue star really indicates where students have mastered a standard. In the next one, they're doing well. So usually what we like to tell teachers is just a friendly reminder, if your students are within these two particular stars, they're definitely within advanced or beyond proficient within the standard. We will continue to develop and work on our standards processing here, but very simply, you can see that those students are performing very well compared to the standard that's listed. In this case, this is a geometry standard that has to do with four-sided figures here, as you see, and their attributes. Going across the yellow triangle, the students are struggling here. We're really talking about Tier 2 students. And then the red circle with the minus sign in the middle, these students need to revisit. The next category here, the students here have not even encountered the standards, so this might be something that you consider if they haven't done it with Wowzers. This might be something that's dealt with in an intervention setting where students are being worked with one-on-one. What's nice about this is that in each one of these cases, this particular standard is addressed within third grade section 21 in Wowzers, section 22 in Wowzers, section 23. Now, who are we really looking at here? So if we're looking at Tier 3 students here, the ones that need the most help, we can come below here and these numbers are actually hot links. So when you click on that, and I definitely invite you to do that with your own students, when you click on that, additional information and details come alive for you. In this case, it happens to be a student named Reed. And Reed had struggled within the standard in particular, but now as it relates, and the standard is listed up here, but as it relates to Wowzers, you can certainly see that he probably needs to revisit 321, but definitely grade 3, section 22. What happens from here is actually something that you've had some experience with if you've seen the previous clips here. You can click off this particular student, and then what that allows you to do is to scroll back up to the top, and you may choose to create a group here that in this case Reed would get to revisit that particular standard, and again using those particular sections here within Wowzers. This is one option. Of course, this is another way to kind of present to you This student does need help. There are other other intervention techniques that you might apply here, but wowzers is certainly one of them.